Life's a party. Life's always a party. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. What's up?
You do like a little like a Jackie Chan Karate Kid move over there.
How are we doing today? Happy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever day you're listening.
Hashtag twinning.
We are twinning today.
Hashtag winning.
It's a good day, baby. We're wearing Life's a Party merchandise.
Gotta love it.
Got solid shirts. Ryan's got the crimson on.
You know you're a big deal when you got T-shirts.
I mean,
anyone can make a fucking.
It's pretty easy to make a shirt. Not gonna lie, but
well, can I just like live in the world where I think we're a big deal just because we have merchandise?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited though.
We did order some stuff though. Now that I'm thinking about it,
we did. We're looking into a merchandising store. I'm looking into an online store, seeing how we can, figure it out, what we would sell. So we said, obviously, some merch, some shirts, maybe a sweatshirt, a hat, some little things.
You sound like Edgar Allan Poe, the poet. We
Doing
got some shirts, we got some merch.
Doing some slam poetry.
The shirt and merch, actually, does that rhyme?
It rhymes if you want it. It rhymes if you wanted to.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we ordered some stuff, maybe some drinking tools. That's kind of what we were looking into. But we're excited. Maybe in the summer, like it'll take some time.
We're not getting hammered today on today's show. Next week, I think we're gonna turn up a gear and do some shotgun, do some drinking stuff on the show next week.
Yeah.
But did you watch the Super Bowl, Paul? I forgot to tell you. Like, did you ask if you actually watched it? I mean, you probably did.
Yeah. Speaking of drinking, that's where I wanted to segue that in with the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so I'm still recovering in regards to the alcohol I drank in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And I'm also recovering financially.
Yeah.
Because I had the Chiefs -3. I had the Chiefs money line. Chiefs went down early, bet the Chiefs. I lost it all, Paul.
I put $30 on the Bucks, actually.
Oh, well, who's this guy?
So
Sharp?
I won $30. I mean, not a bad day. I don't really care who won. I like Tom. Tom's a cool guy.
Well, there you go. Well, at least Dogecoin's going to the moon. So.
Dude, Dogecoin, we need going to the moon. Dropped a little bit. Well, it was going up, right? Dropped a little bit. But definitely go buy some Dogecoin.
I saw, because Elon Musk is like,
he's
directing the Dogecoin train to the moon.
He is.
And I saw there was like an interview about how
he's so funny.
They're like, oh, why are you like so invested in Dogecoin? He's like, I just think it's funny because it started as a joke. And how ironic would it be is if something that started as a joke became our actual currency? Like, how ironic is that?
Like, that's why it's funny.
And our buddy Sean's like, how everyone's like, oh, Dogecoin's a joke. Dogecoin is it's just made of fun. It's from a meme, blah 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 blah. But it's like when you have the richest man, now the richest man in America leading the charge. I think you got to get in on Doge. So there's our little 2 cents Doge talk.
If you don't know what Doge is, it's a cryptocurrency. So basically, people are just betting cryptocurrency, trying to make some money off of it. And Elon, obviously a very influential man,
the richest,
is
the richest of the rich,
is very influential and wants Dogecoin to do good. So stock's going good. We can make some money. That's what we want. But you know what happened? And one man this weekend made some money.
That is a great segue to this.
So what we want to talk about right now is the Super Bowl. If you watched it, you got a little glimpse of it. They don't show too much on camera anymore because they don't want to encourage it. But there was a streaker.
Saw that, yeah. Why is that? Why can't they show the guy? It was better than the game. The game was so boring, and you can only see the live streakers if like a person in the stadium actually takes it. So that's the only way we saw it.
The live cast, like broadcast, doesn't want to encourage.
But Tony Romo was like, man, that's the best run we've seen all day from the Chiefs. Like, what? But this guy, like, what happened with this guy?
So basically, there was a streaker on the field during Super Bowl 55, and what was really interesting about it later when we found out more information, so he went to jail like that night, had a $500 bail, which blows my mind. That is so small. I feel like the bail should be a lot more than $500.
Well, we were talking about this pre-show. He's like, I would have did it for $500, and I'm like thinking, I could see you going to streak in on the in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So, but what we found out was really interesting about it later was the guy who was the streaker actually did a prop bet, which was plus 750, and that there would be a streaker at the Super Bowl. He put how much he put on it?
Put 350, or no, he made $350,000.
Oh no,
right?
So so the streaker at the Super Bowl put $50,000 on a prop bet it was like plus 750, and basically walked away with $375,000.
That's a smart man right there.
That's insane to me.
That's someone who gets the job done. He puts his money where his mouth is. You know what? I'm betting. What did he put on it? $50K?
$50,000. Because he said he can't lose. He's like, I can't lose. I'm doing this.
I saw where he had like his friend. I think I don't know if I saw this correctly. It's either his friend tried to go on the field first as like a decoy or something, but they both bet it. So it's like whoever could get to the field first and
That's
get on
awesome.
the field. So I guess his friend kind of was like, he nutted up and was like, I'm going to go distract these guys, and then you go ahead and run.
That's
So
awesome.
Make a quick buck. That's a good way to make a quick buck.
That's a great way to make a quick dollar.
But that's funny. We're starting with some sports, all right? Now let's get into the actual show. Block 1. We haven't talked much sports on this show as of late, so why not start the show with some of the craziest sports scandals ever, Paul?
Whew.
I mean, what are some we know off the top? We know O.J. Simpson.
A big one.
I mean, there's a bunch that are like the Deflategate with Tom Brady, deflated the balls.
Well, those are like, that one's a little weird because it's like not truly.
Well, what about
proven.
like the spy? Didn't the Patriots have like a Spygate?
Well, that was
Where
the
they
thing.
were spying on like a practice team?
That was with the Eagles, right? That was the Eagles Super Bowl
Was it the
year.
Eagles?
Yeah, and then
like you have like the
I'm thinking about like rigging the World Series. What was that, like 1913 or 1920?
It was old. That wasn't even a part of a team that's like named today. Like it was like one of those joint teams.
Yeah.
I saw that while I was looking for some of these. But the first one we're going to talk about is probably it's up there atop maybe one or two sports scandals of all time.
Yeah, huge sports story.
It's the U.S.
Olympic team.
Olympic team.
Ice skating.
It's Hardin attacks Kerrigan. That's the story. So there were these two ice skaters, Tanya Hardin, Nancy Kerrigan, who were both phenomenal Olympian ice skaters. Now, apparently the media wasn't sure if they really had were vendettas. Like they didn't get a vibe in that they hated each other.
No, they were like really good friends.
Yeah, which is why this story is so complex and so fucking weird. Is that in 1994, Kerrigan was actually struck by a pole by a man.
Yeah.
And it turns out after a little bit of investigation, a couple of confessions, that Hardin was actually the one who put the hit out for Kerrigan to get hit by a pole.
Yeah.
And there's this whole thing about how Hardin and her ex-husband, because they're not married anymore, actually went out and put this hit out on Kerrigan because they were so, I guess, intimidated by her skills at the Olympics, so she didn't want her to beat her at the Olympics.
It was basically, it was her biggest competitor, and obviously her biggest competitor goes down, has a major injury, can't compete in the Olympics.
She actually broke her leg.
Yeah, it was an huge attack on that person.
And the great part about this was brings it full circle is that Hardin was actually banned from skating, but then she was still able to participate in the next Olympics. So Hardin and Kerrigan both participated in the next Olympics. Hardin ended up coming in 8th place, Paul. Kerrigan came in 2nd, got the silver.
Oh, wow.
So Kerrigan broke her leg after getting a hit put out on her by Hardin and beat her by 6 spots.
Okay.
So how's that?
That's some power there. That shows you up. You said, break my legs. I'm
going to come back harder.
Yeah.
That's like Tom Brady in the Super Bowl when Tyrann Mathieu was talking shit. And Brady was like, you don't want to poke the bear.
That was
you don't want to poke the bear. So don't poke... Kerrigan, because she'll come back and she'll burn you.
Have you ever seen I, Tonya, the movie?
No.
Okay, so I've actually seen I, Tonya. It's with Margot Robbie, and she plays Tanya Harding.
Right.
And it's a really cool movie, really interesting. It shows this whole thing.
Is that sports-based, that movie?
Yeah, it's based on the story.
I never knew that.
But it's really fun.
I knew it was Margot Robbie, though.
Yeah, it's really fun.
It's really fun.
No, but it's a fun movie. It's so weird.
Is it intense? Because I don't is the movie intense?
Yeah. Well, she's her and her husband are getting into these ridiculous fights. In the kitchen, they're throwing plates at each other.
So she's known as a violent
correct
woman.
Yeah.
That's some mafia shit.
But what's interesting?
That's Goodfellas. I'm gonna go put a hit out on this. That's crazy.
No, but what's interesting about it is at least in that movie, I don't know what the true story is, but she didn't tell her fan. It was basically her ex-husband, out of his own will and his own doing, told someone else and was like, hey, honey, I did this nice thing for you. And she had no influence on it.
So
she
she's
still got
almost
blamed.
She didn't stop it, is what you're telling me.
She didn't know about it. But it was still blamed because it was still connected to her, that nobody really knows if it was her or not. That's the gist.
Do you think that's why he's the ex-husband?
No, he was already.
Oh, he was already the
He was
ex-husband?
already, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
They had a very toxic relationship.
That how can you be friends with someone, and I bet all the training they went through together, and be like you're a competitor to me, and I wanted the Olympic gold medal so bad that I'm gonna put a hit out for you,
Yeah,
and break your leg.
Just an interesting story.
Like she could have died probably.
No, exactly.
That's so fucked up. Have you ever had a teammate you wanted to take out, Paul, or a coach? You ever want to put a hit on someone, Paul?
I don't really care about sports that much.
You don't have to answer this question.
Or like play as competitively.
What about a mascot that you hate that you would want to put a hit out for?
There's no like mascots I really hate. There were some people that were kind of weird that I'm like, you guys are kind of assholes. Like, why do you have to be this way? Like
the mascot. Oh, the Ohio State mascot we talked about. I want to put a hit out for him.
He's great. I love him.
No, he sucks.
There's some mascots I feel like in D1 sports that just think they're better than everyone else. Which is like really annoying, and I'm like, dude, like you're a mascot, like just have some fun. Like, why are you being weird? So
well, let's get off the ice skating because I suck at ice skating. Even though you did just go, didn't you just go ice skating?
Yeah, when Philly, Penn's Landing.
I'm the worst ice skater. It hurts my feet. I'm just like too big to ice skate. Like I feel like once you're over a certain weight, fat people can't ice skate.
I don't think so.
I think so, and I'm allowed to say that. But I don't think fat people can ice skate.
I think you just don't want to try.
I do try, and it's painful. I don't have fun, and you can also die. Like Blades of Glory. You ever see that?
I have seen Blades of Glory, yeah.
Let's get off the ice skating. What's next?
Next sports scandal we have here is
Rosie Ruiz.
Yeah, thank you with the name.
She ran the Boston Marathon in 1980. I didn't know this story, actually, but it's very interesting.
So Rosie, basically, she was a clear winner in the Boston Marathon in 1980, and by like a long shot, clear winner. But later, there were some witnesses, and they found out from some different testimonies that she basically cheated.
She just took a gigantic shortcut.
So in the marathon, obviously, when you're so far out, and I guess at that time too, nobody was really like watching the race from
that's
longer
what I was
points.
Thinking, because when you see the Boston, I was bringing up the Boston Massacre, but there was a lot of people there to watch.
Yeah.
Wait, the Boston... That's not what I meant. Not the Boston Massacre. Didn't that happen like 1960s?
You were thinking about the
Boston bombing.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it's called?
With the marathon, yeah.
Yeah. What the hell is the Boston Massacre? Isn't that like 1900?
That's a historical thing. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking of like the Boston bombing. There were so many people there who got hurt or even died who were just watching.
But it was
so how do you... Oh, at the finish line?
It was at the finish line. So this is different. So
this is a marathon. I didn't think about that. Like marathons are pretty long.
So she was very far out. Obviously, no...
but there's got to be checkpoints. Like, oh, well, obviously people saw her.
But no spectators. So she basically cheated and took a huge shortcut, cutting out a bunch of the miles. So that's why she won so clearly and by a long shot was, she took a little shortcut.
I almost got kicked out of basketball practice one time for... I wouldn't say taking a shortcut. So a classic suicide in basketball. You know it, right?
Yeah.
Like touch the foul line, touch the half court line, go all the way down, blah, blah. I always got yelled at because I would put my foot on the line and not my hand.
Okay.
And he'd be like, oh, you got to touch the line, but I'm touching with my foot. And here's the thing, like I'm already slow and bigger to begin with, so I already have a leg back compared to everybody else. So I need to gain an inch somehow in that suicide, Paul.
You were taking a little shortcut.
I wouldn't say it's a shortcut. I'm just kind of like rigging the system.
So shortcut.
And I also heard a story in high school about our soccer team. They would run it around the town. It was
you mean the soccer? So like So our high school soccer team. I was on the soccer team. Real quick.
Oh, there you go.
Was my freshman year high school. I ran.
I heard you guys took shortcuts. Is that true?
So basically, I think it was called.
You guys had a name for it?
Yeah. So there was like different types.
Is it a code word?
No. There was a different type of a lap. So like a full whatever this was called lap would basically be from like the soccer field all the way around the football field down to the woods and like back.
Yeah.
But then there's like different types of stuff, so you could kind of cut it short depending on who's there, if anyone's watching. So certain players and certain people would do that. If you cut it short a little bit. So your lap, instead of a full like lap, you would do
I'd be that guy.
3/4 of the lap.
I'd be that guy.
Yeah.
But you're only hurting yourself at that time, but who cares? I'm tired. I need to go back. I'm tired of running. Like, that's it.
Yeah. You're only hurting yourself.
Our next one. Sports scandals. Pete Rose, everybody knows him. Famous baseball player. One of the best hitters to ever do it in baseball. So when I say the name Pete Rose, Paul, what do you think of?
So, I know did he play for the Red Sox?
He played for the Reds. Do you know?
See, I don't know.
No, but do you know what like his scandal involved? Like Pete Rose, what do you think?
He betted.
Yeah, gambler.
Gambling.
So anytime you hear Pete Rose, yes, he's this great player, but he has this negative negative tag on him at all points. Because whenever there's Pete Rose, there's gambling associated. And that's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. Like, people write in ballots to give him a Hall of Fame honor, but because he bet on himself. All right, well, I'll just tell you. If you don't know who Pete Rose is, he bet on himself, and he even bet on his own team. So that's where a lot of people really lost respect from. Because you can bet on yourself as a player, but when you're the manager and you're making the lineup,
you have a lot more
control of the game. So a lot of people lost respect because he was betting his own team to win the game when he was the manager for the Reds. So, like I said, him betting on his own team and his games really like tarnishes his career. But at the same time, I feel like it shouldn't impact him that much. Because like Floyd Mayweather, I know it's different because Floyd Mayweather's a boxer, right?
Yeah.
And Pete Rose is on a team sport. Floyd Mayweather bets millions of dollars on himself to win a boxing fight.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But I get how it's independent contracts and stuff like that. But people do it.
Could you do that with golf? Like, if you were like Tiger Woods, could you take bets on yourself? I feel like you can't.
I feel like the prize pool's already. Don't you think the prize pool is already designed that way?
Yeah, but if you bet, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean?
Because in like baseball or football or basketball, I guess there's incentives and contracts. But golf specifically, you get paid out how you finish that tournament. Like whoever comes to first place gets, I don't know, what, $2 million first place
whatever.
in the Masters?
Exactly.
But if you win the national championship and you're a low salary player, you don't get most of the time you don't get a boost.
Yeah.
So I feel like golf, you don't really have to bet on yourself because you're already technically bet on yourself by playing.
I agree. Yeah, you're already trying to do the best you can to like make more money.
But I would do that. Like, if I would, like, I play daily fantasy sports. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. But you draft players a night. And I would be interested to draft myself. Like, I want to bet on myself to do good.
So I just found this out, too. I work for the Devils.
Right.
And I didn't know this prior, which I feel like I should have. But I was working for them the other day, and I was told that I'm actually not allowed or supposed to be betting on NBA or NHL games because the company that I work for also own the Devils and they own the Philadelphia 76ers. So like because I work for the company.
The David Blitz something?
It's like
Blitzer?
HSB.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy who owns both. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. I don't really do sports betting in general.
We have a buddy that works for MLB Network or MLB.com, and he can't bet MLB. It's like, and this guy, all right, so he works for MLB.com or MLB Network, and he can't bet MLB games. But Pete Rose is playing in the games, and he's betting on himself.
That's crazy.
So don't do it. But, hey, I actually have a funny story. In high school, my brother, he played basketball on the high school team, and my mom would pay him $20 a game for every game he didn't foul out.
That's good. She was incentivizing him.
He had like a foul problem, so my mom was like, "If you don't foul out today, Kyle, I'll give you $20." He would get like 5 points for every. He would get $5 for every 5 points he scores.
That's nice.
I didn't get any of this shit.
Well, you must have been fine then.
I do bet a lot though. Like when we play like Can Jam tournaments.
Yeah,
we'll
that's
bet money
normal
for that.
If you're drinking stuff, we in the summer we played.
Can Jam's a big betting game.
Well, we did like a
or a spike ball.
What's it called? We did a like a huge tournament this summer when we played like cornhole, Cam Jam, and we played Polish horseshoes.
Oh yeah,
and that was fun. We
like a triathlon.
Yeah, we took a whole
the backyard triathlon.
We took a whole day. We were drinking. We had teams, and we were just playing some games, like long games and stuff, which is fun. And yeah, you're gonna put money on that stuff, like.
But we're allowed to.
Yeah,
we're not professional athletes.
But so wait, I saw this too. So. With like betting, my dad, I'm not the best athlete in the world. Like I know that, well aware of that fact when I was younger, and neither is like my sister, my younger sister Morgan. Laura was pretty good, I think.
Best in the fam?
Probably, she probably was. But Morgan as well too. Basically, whenever we played sports, my dad would like say, "Hey, like you get $5 if you do this or whatever," right?
So incentives.
Yeah, incentives. And I realized baseball was something. It was like, hey, you get $10 if you get a hit, you get on base.
Okay.
It's like $10. And I remember my dad too. I think playing basketball, it was like $5 for every like basket you hit. So if I had like 4 points or something, that's like $10.
I feel like I remember that. Did your dad pay you if you got hit by a pitch in baseball?
I don't know. I don't remember that. But it was like certain things, like, you know, hey, get on base, or like, hey, score some points. Like, I mean, I would only score like 4 or a couple baskets, like 4 points or like
up, dude.
two baskets a game. Like, I wasn't a big scorer, but
I'm not paying my kids to do well. It's their job to do. You shouldn't get $20 if you don't foul out in a basketball game.
It was a fun little thing. So
speaking of money in basketball, Paul, we have a big scandal that we're going to talk about next. Is this our last one?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, it is our last one. So
All right, last one here.
Tim Donaghy.
Tim Donahue.
His name is Tim Donaghy.
It's definitely Tim Donahue.
Tim Cheetahoo. That's who it is.
Hopefully somebody can figure out who's actually saying this properly. But he was very notorious for being a ref in sports. Yeah, in the NBA. And he actually bet many of the games which he refereed in. And he was calling some of the games where he had, some money to gain. Yeah, so whatever games
the games he refed, he bet on. So he made sure that he won his bet, as what most people would do if they bet the game they're reffing.
And that's what's different about what like Pete Rose did, where he doesn't have as much as control. As a ref, you have a lot of control.
That's like as a referee, especially in the NBA, I feel like those refs can manipulate the game the best out of all the 4 major sports.
Yeah, because you can be calling a lot of things. You'd be giving some players some extra shots if you need some players to make some hoops.
Though it would be tougher nowadays because they are starting to work in the instant replay.
That's
true.
Like
back then, they didn't have instant replay where you could be overturned.
Or you could see something with high def cameras. You could see something very clearly, right? So it's like, okay, you can't say, oh no, this isn't true, because it's like if there's a lot of people that are weighing in on their opinions, and you can replay that constantly on like a high def screen.
Yeah. So there's actually a podcast with Tim Donaghy. I don't know if it's Barstool. I know he visits the Barstool because he's very open about it now. I feel like he's like he's did it.
Famous for it.
Let's talk about it now. So how he got caught is by a sports gambling expert, actually, Paul. RJ Bell, not me, not the sports gambling expert, me.
Nah, not yet.
He actually tracked every game that Donaghy worked from 2003 to 2007, so that's 4 years of all his games. And he discovered that during the 2 seasons that he investigated by the NBA, the teams involved scored more points than expected by the Las Vegas Sportsbook 57% of the time. So according to Bell, those odds are a 1 in a 1,000 chance of happening.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
It's interesting that people follow certain statistics like that, or like they'll do different investigations into different like trends with like betting or like anything, because I feel like that would
That's
actually.
all what betting is, like trends.
But I feel like that'd be pretty hard to find.
He said 99.9% chance that there was a result of an outside factor hindering these statistics. So it's almost a layup that there's a variable in these games that is causing these numbers to be so obscure.
And then they found out, this man's cheating, this ref. Which, just interesting.
It is very interesting. I want to go back and I got to go back and listen to that podcast because I bet NBA and there's a lot of trends in sports and it's something very interesting to look into.
There's a funny video I've seen on TikTok. It was a while ago. It was from a guy who used to be in the Vine days, and he's just like a comedian. He does some little sketches and stuff. Yeah. And there was a funny thing, and it said what if NFL refs had fantasy teams?
Yeah.
And it was really interesting because they got together, they would call a foul, and they're like, hey man, no, we can't do this right now. And they're like, why? And they're like, well, I got him, and if he throws that touchdown, I can win this week. This could happen. But he's like, nah, dude, but I have the kicker. So if we say, here's the foul, then they have to kick a field goal, and then I get to win. And it was going back and forth, and it was just a really funny sketch. Where clearly refs can't have any.
Well, being a ref it's got to be difficult because you have to throw all your biases away. And what makes people think is that because I was watching the Super Bowl and I'm gonna be honest, the first half Brady got a lot of the calls. I think penalties were 8-2, and I was like, okay, well the refs are rigging us for Brady. I was like, that's because I bet the Chiefs. I was angry.
That's a big conspiracy though.
I think the refs are cheating, but is it though? Do the refs have to be told from – because we know money rules the world, Paul.
Agreed.
We know the more money you have in this world, the more power you have. So Roger – I'm not throwing acquisitions at Roger Goodell, but I feel like there's got to be some aspect in that the refs understand the situation and they understand what the media needs to create storylines in sports. So to have LeBron James win the NBA Finals – That's a storyline. That's a media eats it up. The league makes money from it. The media makes money from it. Everyone's happy if LeBron James wins the NBA Finals.
Exactly.
Everyone's happy if Tom Brady wins the Super Bowl. Everybody's happy if Floyd Mayweather wins by decision.
Yeah, exactly.
If Floyd Mayweather's in a boxing fight, and it's up in the air on who's the fight. Well, who's going to promote better fights? Who's better for the game? So
Yeah.
is it a conspiracy, or is it actually taking the effects and the variables of the whole situation, putting it together? I don't know. It's just it's just devil advocate.
You'll never know. It's a weird thing. You hope everything's fair. You want sports to be fair, especially. But yeah, there's definitely different plays, coming in and out. I mean, I remember a few years ago with some really close calls. I mean, I remember with New Orleans Saints, and there was a bunch of calls with them. They got screwed out of the playoffs for 3 straight years on these weird, really close calls. They were like, hey, this is clearly a foul. This clearly pass interference. This is clearly whatever. So it's really interesting.
It's just interesting to think about moving forward on how things play out in sports.
Last thing, so actually I saw this today. So we don't really talk about it, but I feel like our friend group are I've always heard that everyone doesn't like Joe Buck.
I hate Joe Buck. I hate him, but I respect him. I respect his work.
Okay.
He's very good at his job. Okay. But I fucking hate him.
So if you don't know, Joe Buck is a NFL broadcaster.
Well, he does NFL. He does MLB too. He does both. So he does a bunch. But he's probably the best in the game. But I fucking hate him.
So he was on a podcast, and they were talking about it, and right around the Super Bowl, and they were talking about it, and they said, hey, do you know that there's a lot of prop bets about you, and that you could basically, rig them almost. But they were do you ever look at these bets? And he's like, I've seen some of them, but I don't.
So is it does he say mask first or COVID first?
Yeah.
Stuff like that?
So it's stuff how many times will he say pandemic, or how many times will he say Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Or will he come in with a beard or a goatee? Or I'm that's crazy. So
did he say he looked into them before?
He says he'll look at them after, which is always interesting, but it won't influence his actual game.
Oh, there's some sports. Talk some sports on the show.
Nice. All right, next segment we got here. Some Mythbusters.
We're going to be Ghostbusters, but Mythbusters.
Okay. I think there's already a show called Mythbusters, but we'll do this. But basically, Ryan and I...
His life's a party, Mythbusters.
Yeah. Ryan and I are going to talk about some of the greatest myths in this world and basically, give our take.
We've been getting lied to, Paul. We've been getting lied to our whole lives, and now it's time to expose those lies.
To fight back a little bit.
Get some hot takes out of here.
Here's one myth. We'll see.
Okay,
basically,
let's see.
Bulls get angry when they see the color red.
That's a myth? So they don't?
I guess so. I mean, right, when you see bullfighting, what do you see, right? The guy's got the little flag.
What are they called? Mandalore? No, that's a show. That's the Star Wars show.
The Mandalorian.
No, it's something the Mandalore.
I think it's called
Mandalorian.
No, I think it's called the...
Medora. No.
I have no clue. We should stop.
Well, read it, and I'm gonna look what it is.
Okay, so this is what it is. You're hardly alone if you believe when the matadors.
It literally says it there?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
So you're hardly alone if you believe that when matadors wave those red capes to make bulls charge at them, it's the bright color that incites their anger. But according to American Science Guide, bulls, just like other cattle, are red-green colorblind. What actually triggers the bull's anger is the movement of the cape. So it's not actually the color, but it's the movement of the matador waving the cape.
I just thought it was the color red.
Red probably looks better than green.
What's the red-green colorblind? They can't even see red? They can't even see the color red?
Red and green is the same shade to them, so it doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
So maybe it's green means go. So maybe it looks green to them. Maybe it's the green light go.
Maybe.
All right, well, just don't swing a cape in front of a bull, and I think you'll be okay.
Yeah,
What's the thing they do in Spain where they let the bulls out?
Running of the bulls.
We should do that.
I've told my mom I want to do that. She said that her boss actually has gone a few times and watches it.
Well, how much of a head start do I get?
You get a pretty good head start.
I'm gonna need
It's not a race. It's not like you have to beat the bull.
I won't be able to outrun them?
No, you won't.
So how do I avoid them?
You
just get lucky? Well, how many are there? There's going to be a lot?
There's a lot. That's the whole point. It's actually
So you're what percent of a chance do I have of getting drilled by a bull?
Good percent.
80?
Probably, yeah.
That's not good. You want to do that?
That's the whole point, dude. So I was looking.
I feel like I'd have to be really shit faced for that.
You probably are. That's the whole point.
You could bar hop and then bull hop. I don't know. That sounded better in my head before I said it.
But yeah, running the bulls is actually in Italy. It's a 3-day event. Or no, it's Spain.
They should do that shit
Spain.
in Philly.
No.
That would be so fucking funny. Like Center City Sips just get the Bulls running in Philly. Sorry, I just thought that was really funny.
No, running of the Bulls in Barcelona, Spain, I believe, right? I said Italy. That's stupid. Barcelona, Spain, but it's a 3-day event. And I think it happens like really early. Like it's like at 8:30 in the morning, running of the Bulls.
Good way to start your day.
Getting
drilled by a bull.
I'm interested. I'm down to do it.
All right, well, we got lied to that the red cape. Well, the cape does set him off. It's just that.
It's the waving of the cape, right. Yeah.
Next one, we've been lied to again. You'll get cramps if you go swimming right after you eat. Mom, what's up with that? Apparently, let me just read it. Though it is commonly held belief that your muscles will cramp, should you swim after eating? And the answer is that it doesn't really matter how much you eat or how long you wait after you eat. So yes, the body requires extra blood in order to digest your food, but not nearly enough to prevent the muscles in your arms and legs from working as they should. So it has no effect.
I never believed that as a kid. I don't think most kids believe that. They were just kind of told by their parents.
But I feel like it was said a lot at like pool parties.
It was.
It's like, little Johnny, wait 30 minutes. What about well, you won't know the answer, but what about lightning thing? Like,
Get struck by lightning?
Yeah. Does the water attract lightning?
I think so. Yeah, right?
Well,
that's why you got to get out of the pool if it starts to thunder.
So the whole point of you waiting after you eat, what was it, 30 minutes before you go in the pool?
Yeah.
So it's like supposed to. So say I eat 10 chicken nuggets, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Jump in the pool. They're saying that my legs and arms wouldn't move as well.
No, your body would like cramp up, which could like force you to drown. So that's why they don't want you to.
Oh. Well, they lied. Well, they're wrong.
Liars.
Liars, liars. Pants are on fire.
Next one. A penny.
I'm really not delivering today.
Next one. A penny dropped from the top of the Empire State Building could kill someone.
I believe this for so long, Paul.
I've heard this. This is a big one.
I thought it makes sense.
But according to Scientific American, a penny is way too small and flat for it to gain enough natural momentum to make any kind of fatal impact. At most, if you were hit, it might feel like being flicked in the forehead, but not very hard.
Are you kidding me?
I believe this for my entire life.
Yes, until this point.
Because you think, right? Empire State Building, very high. You drop any item, basically momentum and gravity. If it did hit you, that would hurt, man. You'd be like, oh, wow, that was falling for a while.
But it's going to feel like me flicking you in the head.
It's too small, yeah. But if I threw maybe like a brick.
Yeah, that'll probably
I'm chucking bricks off the Empire State Building.
That doesn't make sense to me. So a penny is too small and flat.
It's just too small.
So it just can't go faster. So you're saying if I drop a penny right here, it moves at the same rate as if I drop it from the
the gravity is going to be the same.
That's crazy.
It's gaining no momentum and speed, basically, is what they're saying. When you think of any other item, probably like a brick or, you throw anything.
All right, well, next time I'm on top of the Empire State Building now.
You'll test it out.
I'll feel a little better about throwing a couple pennies over the top.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Next one.
Knowing that I'm not a murderer. Okay, sorry. Next one. Sugar causes hyperactivity in children. That's a myth, Paul. What the hell? You can't have a lollipop. You can't eat chicken nuggets before going swimming. These parents are making shit up. That's what they're doing.
Well, they always said, hey, you can't have sugar before bed. Or, hey, like, if you gave kid too much sugar, they'll be super hyper. But no, it is a lie. Liars out there, parents. Don't make that mistake.
Yeah, in 1995, meta-analysis published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, whoa, that's high-quality shit, found that sugar in children's diets does not affect their behavior.
Wow. We've been lied to.
There's no evidence or support the claims that sugar makes kids very anxious and excited and sugared up, which I don't believe. Because I see my kid or my little cousin who's like 10 have a whole row of Oreos and he's jacked up. So I got to see this article that says that sugar doesn't get you going.
Yeah, I feel
like there's sugar in coffee and that wakes you up.
But that's caffeine though?
Oh yeah, that was.
There you go.
I'm really just not bringing it right now. But before I came here, I was tired to do the show, so I was like, I'll have Reese's Pieces or like Sour Patch Kids because that'll wake me up a little bit. Like you're drinking a Red Bull. Oh, it has caffeine.
Caffeine though.
God, so it's caffeine the common denominator.
But not the sugar. The sugar, we believe that sugar was like you be a little sugar high. You get that energy, get that blood flowing a little bit.
So is it a mental thing then?
It's probably a placebo thing where it's like everyone just believes it, so it happens, and
or
you don't question it.
Maybe it's like the Oreos are the high. Like maybe that's the crack cocaine for the kids. Like they don't have the treats so often. So once they get a treat, it's not the actual sugar. It's like their mindset of actually having something that tastes fucking good instead of apples.
It's like a mental thing. Yeah. That they're assuming.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah. And probably as well with parents and other people telling them that they'll have energy, they probably just gain enough. Like they just have it in them.
Don't have too many words. You'll be up all night. You shouldn't have said it. Shouldn't have said it, Ma. All right, what's our last one?
Next and last myth, bats are blind.
I thought they were blind. Sorry.
You thought they were blind?
Yes. You didn't think they were blind?
I don't know. I just know bats can see at night. But they can't? They're blind?
No, they sleep in the day.
They're nocturnal.
Doesn't mean they can't see at the night.
Contrary to popular belief and the idiom, as blind as a bat, these nocturnal creatures can absolutely see. So they're not blind.
Absolutely.
In fact, as Robert Mize, former executive director for the Organization for Bat Conservation.
Batman's telling us the facts.
But basically told by National Geographic, bats can see 3 times better than humans.
I always thought about that because bats get into your house rather easily.
There's always a bat.
But then how come they have such a hard time getting out of people's houses? Because they can't see.
There you
Mr. Batman? How about that?
That's funny. I always thought, bats are blind. But
wait, so there's no way. There's no way bats are 3 times better seers than us.
That's interesting.
If you see a bat in like a home, well, maybe it's the darkness. I don't know then. Because they have a hard time. They can't get out to the
Wait,
outside.
I'm confused. Isn't there a thing with bats? Wasn't it supposed to be like echolocation? Or is that just whales?
Yeah. Wait a second, Batman. Batman's got us got.
Isn't there something with bats where it's like echolocation?
Yeah, they use echolocation. That's for their ears, I think. For listening.
Yeah, but isn't that supposed to help them see? That's the whole point, right?
We're going to have to look into this one. I think Batman's wrong. I think that's what it is.
But let us know what you think. Are bats blind?
These might not be myths. These might be true.
Does sugar cause some hyperness in children? What's that? Penny dropped. I want to test that one out. We're just going to go up.
Well, you like skydiving, so go skydive and make a quick stop at the Empire State Building.
Fucking chuck some pennies.
Just do it as you're going down.
Chucking pennies. Cramps. Go swimming so you can't swim. That's stupid. That's definitely false. And the Bulls getting angry. I don't know. Test that out.
Yeah, test them out. Well, there's that TikTok page that tests the TikTok theories.
I love them, dude. They're called Party Shirt. Taking our party name.
Party Shirt?
Yeah, it's called Party Shirt. That's the page.
That name sucks.
So
well, we have a party and we have a shirt.
Yeah.
We're Party Shirt.
We're Life's a Party.
Exactly. They need our Life's a Party shirt because they need a party shirt.
Yeah, we'll let them know.
We'll get a party shirt.
Maybe they can test this out.
What was I going to say? Oh, I saw one of their videos last night. Sorry, I know we got one more block. But they were testing out if a pregnancy test had Plan B in it, and they opened the pregnancy test, and there's an actual pill in there. But apparently, I was reading the comments, and it's not Plan B. Apparently, it's like supposed to help you dilute something in your body. I don't know.
But there is.
You know what that is? But there is. Well, I don't know from experience because I don't take a pregnancy test.
Okay.
But they did. The video they watched opened the pregnancy test, and there was a pill in it.
That's
then
interesting.
They tested it, and then they opened it, and there was a pill in it. But apparently it's not Plan B, which I don't think that would be.
Yeah, they do some good stuff on that channel.
All right, so that was myths, or I don't know if they're myths. Who knows? Are we just in a simulation?
Dude.
Are we living right now? Like, who even...
Does that hurt? Does it hurt?
Apparently that hurts more than if a penny fell from the Empire State Building.
That's fake news, bro.
All right, so we're getting into something here. This is more your forte. We're doing Disney trivia.
This is going to be fun, doing some Disney trivia questions here. Basically, what's going to happen is Ryan is going to ask me some questions, test my Disney knowledge. I'll test him back.
Your Disney knowledge is out of this world.
I'll test him back. I'm a big Disney fan. And we'll see who does better. Hopefully Ryan gets some. I just want Ryan to do well. We need at least a C. So
I'm not good at trivia at all, let alone Disney trivia. Because we were talking about what movies I've seen, and the last one I've seen was Soul. I saw the new Soul. But all right,
there's 8 questions apiece. I just need Ryan to get 4.
You only have 7 on here.
No, I got 8, bro.
I got
scroll down, bro.
All right, here we go. Paul's first Disney question. Play along at home. Don't answer right away. Give them a chance at home to get the answer as well.
I'll let them take a chance.
Who was the first cartoon character to get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
I'm not positive about this one.
Ooh.
But I would assume it's Mickey Mouse. I feel like anyone else is stupid.
All right.
If it wasn't because it's Disney. It's either Mickey Mouse or Oswald.
You don't get 2 guesses.
Okay, I'm thinking it out. You said give him some
Who the
time.
hell's Oswald?
Okay, so it's not Oswald.
Damn damn it!
Thanks, buddy.
Guys,
So,
I messed up.
it's probably
that was
Mickey-
my chance.
It's Mickey Mouse.
I messed. It is Mickey Mouse.
There we go.
He became the 1700th star and the first animated personality to have its star placed on Hollywood Boulevard's Walk of Fame in 1978. Paul.
Are there more cartoon characters?
No idea.
I'm curious. I want to
Well,
look
right
that
now
up.
there's got to be. Yeah, he was the first in what? 1978. So I would assume that Donald Duck's got to have his own star now.
Yeah, maybe him and Goofy and them. Minnie's got to be on there now too. Women's rights.
Okay.
What the hell? Minnie's got to be on there too.
That's true. All right, what's my first one?
Your first one. In the movie Aladdin, one of my favorite Disney films, what is the city that Aladdin lives in?
I did love the new Aladdin. I watched that.
Okay, yeah, Disney just had the
I
live
think I
action
saw
Aladdin.
it in the movie theater. It was a great movie.
Boy Will Smith played
Oh yeah,
the genie.
Will Smith was great in it. Oh, there's a one scene when they have the song, and all the elephants are there. Will Smith's song.
Yeah.
That part's amazing. It's one of the best Disney
Prince
parts.
Ali.
Yeah, that. That is a great part. I love that part.
Okay,
All right,
quit stalling here. What's the city?
Istanbul.
What?
What? That's a good guess.
It's a fictional city.
I don't know.
The city of
Dhabi.
Agrabah.
I was close. I said that. It must have got messed up in the mic.
You did not say Agrabah.
Yeah, I did. Dhabi. Dhabi.
Wrong.
I think it's just my mic doesn't have connection.
I think it's your knowledge. It needs a little more help.
Okay, I got it wrong. Sorry.
Next one. What do we got for me?
Okay, what was the first animated film to earn a Best Picture nomination?
Not. Ooh.
Ooh.
I
Kill him.
know the first one, first animated film to win earn a. Oh wait, so win, right? Are we saying win? Yeah, earn a
To
best.
earn a Best Picture nomination.
Okay, so they didn't win.
They didn't win. They got a nomination.
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's Beauty and the Beast. If not, it's Toy Story. But I'm pretty sure Beauty and the Beast. So let's say that Beauty and the Beast.
Correct. Paul's 2 for 2. In 1991, Beauty and the Beast was the first animated film for Best Picture. Up, you like the movie Up, was nominated in 2009. And
Yes.
your number one Pixar movie, Toy Story 3, was nominated in 2010.
Yeah, none of one. But because they have added Best Animated Film as a new category,
They'll win all of them.
yeah. But it's pretty hard to get it's going to be impossible almost for an animated film to win Best Picture. We don't know though. Last year, the foreign film won Best Picture at the Oscars, which was really cool. So that was the first time a foreign film won that category. So maybe animation film next. We don't know.
Sure. All right. What's mine?
For next one for Ryan, little High School Musical trivia.
Oh, God, I've never seen it.
Really? You've never seen High School Musical?
No. My High School Musical is 17 Again by Zac Efron. Oh, Zac Efron is in High School Musical.
Okay.
But I like 17 Again. I don't know.
So where does High School Musical take place? I'm looking for the city or state.
I almost said Rydell High. That's Greece.
Yes, that is Greece.
I always see stuff where kids are like the actual high school of where the shooting is.
Yep.
And shooting of the film.
I'll give you a hint. It is West Coast. But probably not the
Oh, wait.
obvi-
I could just say the state?
Yeah.
Well, it's not California.
Yeah.
It is California?
No, it's not.
It's not California. West Coast State.
What do we got?
I don't know.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
What?
You didn't know that?
Is it an actual school? Like, do kids go
Yeah,
there?
it's an actual school.
I thought I saw a couple things. I never saw the High School Musical. I'll probably get hate messages from the High School Musical clan. But that's okay.
From the fan.
For the fan base. Next one. Which Grammy winner composed the songs on the Tarzan soundtrack? We were talking before the show. You said you were actually listening to the freaking Tarzan soundtrack today.
I was.
Who does that? Who listens to Tarzan soundtrack?
Tarzan is just so good. The music was composed by Phil Collins, and he was just great. His music was amazing.
He starts Tarzan with "You Can Feel It in the Air,"
No.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight, and Tarzan swings from the swing.
No, that's not it at all.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Ridiculous. Out
So
here.
so the song "You'll Be in My Heart," Paul got it right. The
Yes.
song "You'll Be in My Heart" won both the Academy Award and Golden Globe for Best Original Song from Tarzan.
Yeah, the songs and music in Tarzan is phenomenal.
I
It's
had you
just
thinking
crazy.
for a second.
I
I
wanna
can
know.
feel it
No.
coming. And then as Tarzan, that would have been better. As
I
Tarzan,
wanna
and then when the
know.
drum solo comes,
Can
Tarzan
you
does a front
hold
flip off
me?
the
want-
twig.
About these strangers like
Okay,
me.
you're up.
Tell me more. All right, what we got? Next one for Ryan. Going back, doing some Pixar here. Who was Lightning McQueen's mentor?
Rusty.
In the Cars franchise.
Rusty.
No. Have you ever seen Cars? Have you seen any Disney film?
I don't watch them again. When I'm little, I watched them when they were on VCRs.
You don't know it?
Wait, Cars was probably never on a VCR.
No, probably not.
Kirby.
No.
Herbie.
That's Herbie the Love Bug. That's something
I
very
heard
different.
Lightning McQueen was good friends with Herbie.
Lightning McQueen's mentor was Doc Hudson.
Who the hell Doc Hudson?
What's Lightning McQueen's best friend?
Rusty.
You don't know Lightning McQueen's best friend.
Isn't there a Rusty in
The tow truck.
Yeah, Rusty.
What's his name?
Rusty.
No, dude.
What's his name?
Mater.
Oh, I knew that.
Dude, no, you didn't.
No, I know.
Don't act like you did.
No, I didn't know Madar. Or what?
Yeah,
No, I did know that.
All right, next
I like
one.
him.
Give me one so we can
Paul's getting mad at my Disney.
so we can actually get right answers.
That's a low blow, bro. Low blow.
What do we got?
Next one. I'm lost. Okay. Disney introduced its first animated. Let me restart. Disney introduced its first animated openly gay character in which movie, Paul?
So, I'm going between two things. There was an animated scene in Inside Out with two mothers.
It wasn't Goofy.
But they didn't. It wasn't Goofy.
No. It wasn't Lightning McQueen.
Was two mothers, but it was like weird. But I think the first time they acknowledged it was the new Beauty and the Beast film with whatever his name is, the guy who played LeFou. They like said he was gay, but they didn't really like talk about it or really acknowledge it in the film.
Who's LeFou? The candle?
No, he's he's Gaston's little like henchman guy.
Oh. I gotta watch some Disney movies.
But I guess I don't know if you're trying to throw me off a little bit, but I think it's Beauty and the Beast with the new live action. But if it's not, it's Inside Out. So I'm gonna go Beauty and the Beast.
All right, you are incorrect. It's Onward. Cyrus Goodman is the first gay main character and the first character to have stated the phrase, in quotes, "I'm gay" on the Disney Channel.
Disney Channel?
I don't know. Onward's a movie, Paul, and Onward was played on the Disney Channel, and he said, "I'm gay" in the movie.
Who is this character?
Cyrus Goodman is the first gay main character and the first character. Paul gets the question wrong and he doesn't believe me.
No, I don't even know the character's name. I haven't heard it, and I would remember something saying "I'm gay." I'm pretty sure that's false.
I made this shit up.
I think it's wrong. I do actually.
Do we have to fact check this now?
Yeah, we do because I want to see if I'm wrong.
Have you seen Onward?
Yeah, like twice. Oh, okay. It says openly gay character. I just want to know where. I don't remember him saying.
It says in quote he said the word "I'm gay" on Disney Channel.
But why would he say it on Disney Channel? It doesn't make any sense.
They played the movie on Disney Channel, probably.
Openly gay screenwriter. I mean, I guess it doesn't really say anything more. Wait, are you saying the person who played it said the character was
Cyrus
gay?
Goodman is
Or there
the
was
first
a line-
gay main character, and the first character to have stated Cyrus Goodman is a character in the movie. He said, "I'm gay." In the movie, I guess. Onward's a movie, right?
Yes, Onward. It says introduces the new animated film Onward introduces the first self-identified lesbian character in the Disney Pixar universe. Her name is Officer Spectre, and she's a Cyclops, voiced by an openly gay screenwriter.
We're going to have to dig deep into that after.
So I don't know if the character is gay, but I guess they're saying...
Well, you guessed Beauty and the Beast, so regardless, incorrect answer.
Okay. I'll let you grab that one.
Next one. Thank you. Paul didn't get them all right.
Okay, Incredibles. You said you love Incredibles, right?
Oh, here he's trying to make me look even worse than how I'm already looking.
You said you love The Incredibles. What did Dash place on his teacher's chair as a joke in The Incredibles?
Whoopee cushion.
Dude, you're killing me.
That's not it?
It's just an easy one.
There's definitely a whoopee cushion.
What does he put on the teacher's chair as a prank? It's in the beginning of the movie. It's how we're introduced to Dash. And he gets in trouble, and the teacher's like flipping out. What did he put on the chair? Not a whoopee cushion.
I don't know. Whoopee cushion seems right.
Thumbtack.
I don't remember
You
that.
put a thumbtack and it was pointy.
The movie came out 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah, but it's a movie that you can rewatch.
I don't rewatch them.
Incredibles 2 came out a couple years ago. You didn't rewatch the first one?
I did watch Incredibles 2 twice.
Okay, there you go.
Sorry, gosh.
Ridiculous. Next one.
Told you I'm not a Disney guy.
Clearly. Next one.
There's 2 left. No, 3 left. In Monsters, Inc., there's nothing more toxic or deadly than what, Paul?
A child.
A human. So, yes, correct. There's nothing more toxic or deadly than a human child. A single touch could kill you, Paul.
A human child.
Nope. Human first.
Human child.
Okay, good job.
Thank
You had to bounce back after that tough loss you took in the last question.
Okay. Stupid question, not gonna lie.
Number 6.
All right. Going back to Pixar. Well, last 2 I've actually stayed with Pixar. 3rd Pixar in a row. What is the name of the main character rat in Ratatouille? Please, bro. All over TikTok recently, too.
His name is Ratatouille.
No, it is not.
Ratatouille.
What is the rat's name? Bum, bum, the Ratatouille. That was all over TikTok.
What did it
Huge
start
TikTok
with?
trend. R.
Raymond.
No, dude.
Ryan Ratatouille. Raymond Raggy.
Dude, you're killing me.
What is it?
Remy.
Remy, boy.
Remy's a Ratatouille.
I never knew that. I'm a big Ratatouille guy, too, actually.
No, clearly not. If you can't name the main character.
Ratatouille.
If you can't name the main character.
Ratatouille's the meal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he cooks Ratatouille at the end.
I get a point.
No, you don't.
Is Ratatouille actually a meal?
Yeah.
In real life?
Yeah.
I did not know this.
It's like cooked vegetables.
That's why I didn't know about it.
What do you got for me?
All right. What fireworks show replaced Wishes in 2017 in Disney World?
All right. Disney World, Magic Kingdom, Wishes. Great fireworks show, right?
Okay.
But, they had to up their game. They did a great job. I remember watching the new show.
Sounds like you know this answer.
It's called Happily Ever After.
Nice. Correct.
It's a good fireworks show.
On February 19th, 2017, it was announced that Wishes would conclude a 13-year run at Magic Kingdom, hence the new show, Happily Ever After.
Yeah, great name. Great show. There's a great song.
We have a great podcast, so.
Exactly.
We have great shirts.
We do have great shirts.
We have great vibes.
I feel
we have a great friendship.
I got some great Disney knowledge. I don't know if you do.
I do not. Sorry.
We only have a few more left. I'm sticking with Pixar here, Ryan. You said you watched Soul, right?
Oh, here we go.
You said you watched Soul. It should be fresh in your mind, right?
Why do you have to put me down before the question?
It should be fresh
You
in
set
your
me up for failure.
What number is the soul that Joe, our main character, has to mentor? It's Joe and what? There's only 2 characters, basically.
7.
No.
77?
No. What is her name? She's voiced by Tina Fey. Basically, in Soul, there's 2 characters. You follow them the whole time. There's really not that many other
11.
characters. Close, but no.
I think it's like 11-7. They sound alike.
No, they don't.
12?
No, wrong. Joe and blank.
Joe and...
A number. What is the number? Should be easy, bro.
6.
No.
What is it?
22.
Oh!
Dude, you're killing me,
I knew
man.
this, too, because as her number came up in the movie, 22, that's the number I wore in high school basketball. It was 22. And I literally said that during the movie. I don't think I have a good memory. I think that's what it is.
I think you're right. I
just don't think my memory is there. It's like Incredibles when they take your memory away. I think Dash did that to me.
Okay.
Instead of putting the prank and putting the thumbtack on my chair for the show, he deleted all my memory from before the show.
He mind wiped you.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy.
Thank you.
That's what we can go with.
In the Incredibles, do they get it back, their memory, ever? I never thought about that.
No, I think he wipes like a certain part of their thing.
Oh, so a
memory.
specific part.
Like
not
time.
totally their whole...
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right. 2 left? Or is it my turn?
Yeah, 2 left. What do we got?
This one's an easy one. Has no explanation. I got 2 left that have no explanation afterwards. So, these are your... All right. So, Mowgli.
Good try.
Mowgli, like you mow your lawn, Mowgli.
Yeah.
Was raised by what animals in the Jungle Book?
How many animals are you looking for? Like one?
I'm just looking for, like, the species.
It was raised by bears.
Oh.
Well, the main guy is a bear.
Who was Mowgli raised by?
Now you're like making me question it. His main
squeezes.
Mowgli was found by his best friend's a bear. And there's this huge scene with monkeys, but I think I'm wrong, but that doesn't make any. I'm like trying to think about it.
He was raised by wolves.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
What are you gonna go Google this one too?
Yeah, you're right. He's like raised by wolves, and then he leaves, and then his bear is his best friend.
There you go. I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, Jungle Book. I've only seen the new Jungle Book movie. I've never even seen the old one, like the cartoon.
I think I've seen that one. Well, once again, when I was like 6.
Okay.
VCR. I've seen these movies on VCR.
I got 2 more for you.
Okay, I got one more.
In the movie Frozen, what song does Elsa sing while building her ice castle?
Let It Go.
Thank you.
Yes, he's on the board.
He got
let it
one.
go. Let it go.
You should. That's a very easy one.
Don't hold me back.
I think she stopped singing. But good job, Rye. You got one.
Yes, let's go. All right, last question. Who is Miguel's idol in Coco? Coco. Coco is a great movie. I love Coco.
I did like Coco. Would you have got this?
No.
He actually turns out to be the villain, but he is Miguel's idol throughout the course of the film, and he strings his guitar to get into the afterlife world, right? Mm-hmm. And his name is Ernesto de la Cruz.
Correct. Do you know what his who he's based off of? Like he's based off of an actual songwriter.
I don't know.
Benjamin Bratt. Does that ring a bell?
No.
I knew it.
Did you? Yeah. And last
the good old Benjamin Bratt. You don't know him?
No,
the great composer songwriter.
I don't. Last one here, Ryan, is.
Can we just skip it?
No, do you not know this one?
I didn't even read it.
A fan favorite movie of mine. What does Nicolas Cage's character steal in the movie National Treasure? And do you know why he steals it?
It's easy. He steals the treasure because he's broke and he wants money.
This movie's so famous, like in our childhood.
Oh, is it like a pyramid block or something?
He steals a
pyramid.
He steals
block.
a document. What does he steal?
You're
close. Come on. I'm trying to
the
give
treasure
it to
map.
No.
Paul's about to cry. He's very upset at me.
He thinks it's a treasure map, but what does he steal? What is a very famous U.S. document?
A U.S. document?
Dude.
Can you give me a hint?
No, because you're gonna get. I'm giving you every hint.
A famous U.S. document.
What? Okay, if you.
The Declaration of Independence.
Thank you.
Oh, Jesus. I got it right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got it right after 5 hints.
Dude, I saw that when I was looking up the myths that the Declaration of Independence wasn't actually signed on 4th of July.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, but see, look, you could keep your little Disney facts. I gave you a Declaration of Independence fact.
All right, there you go. That was our Disney trivia. Hopefully you enjoyed. You played along.
Hopefully you got more right than I did.
Maybe you did a little bit better to Rye. I think I got what, like 3 wrong out of the 8? Or maybe 2?
What, I got them all right?
You got 1 right. But that's, I was hoping you got 4. Unfortunately, we'll just got to make you watch some more Disney films.
I'll have to do that. You just got to be a better friend, and you have to guide me in the right direction. That's what you have to do.
I'm trying, man. I was trying to do some easy films. You said you watched Soul like 2 weeks ago. Thought it was a given that you could name the main character.
Yeah, I should have got that. But great show. We were twinning, winning. Hopefully start your day off great. Hopefully ended your day great. But I had a lot of fun. Good episode. Fun episode.
Absolutely. We're having a great time here. Thank you for listening to Life's a Party. Make sure to check us out on social medias. We are at Life's a Party Pod on Instagram. Our TikTok be blowing up. So we appreciate your constant support. As always.
Music. Take us out.
Peace, baby.